Hey guys, so I am so sorry that this review is so late. I have just had a week. First of all, I live in LA and it's like Coachella weekend, number one, like the first Coachella weekend, and it's just crazy here. It's like a billion of events going on, and my little sister actually had my little sister sang background for one of her really good friends from Kappa, Brayton Bowman. He is actually really good friends. They're both really good friends with Vincent, who is one of the finalists on the 4. I'm trying to keep up with the kids. I have all their information somewhere right here if you want to hear it. I do have a little, I'll also put like a little sample of the performance somewhere right here for you to check it out as well. But I actually was out supporting her on the actual night of Drag Race, which was this past Thursday, and I just wanted to go and like be a big sister and support her. And after she sang, I was gearing up to leave so that I could get home in enough time to watch Drag Race and review it, edit it, and upload it so you guys could see it the next day. But guys, as I was leaving, I'm telling you, I put my jacket on, I had my purse in my hand. As I'm walking out the door, I hear, "Miss Vanjie." Immediately, I turned around, and they were doing like this Vogue performance of, and they remixed like Miss Vanjie's name in there. As soon as the crowd heard Miss Vanjie, everybody started screaming and voguing. It turned into a complete insane party, and I couldn't leave. Like, I got my life. I had a really good time. Vincent is a phenomenal performer. Brayton is a phenomenal performer, and my little sister Lauren is amazing. She actually got to sing with Vincent. He called her up to sing at the end, and I have another clip of that too if you guys want to check it out. But that is why I have not been able to get to you guys right away. It's breaking my heart because it has really been a challenge for me to not watch this episode. Like, I've stayed away from like Twitter and Instagram because I didn't want to be spoiled by what like actually happened. I've seen some clips, so it looks like it was a good one, a really juicy one that I'm really excited about getting into. So without further ado, let's get into this review of RuPaul's Drag Race. Miss Vanjie, guess who's back in the house? Work, guess who? Like, that's actually what happened. That music hit and everybody lost it, and my night was changed. America, the Bible says is what's done in the dark will come to the light, mother darling. So we get right into the drama with Monét X Change. No, keep on. I'm mixing up the blacks with Mayhem and Monique Hearts. Child. How am I black and I'm doing it, Lord? Well, anyway, they get right into the drama, and Mayhem, I am still disappointed because all of a sudden Mayhem is just like, this is not RuPaul's best friends race. I'm trying to get $100,000, so my goal is to get you all out of the way. Did you not watch All Stars? That is not how you tell people that you want to be in this competition, because the minute you start telling everybody that you are gearing for them, they start ganging up and making sure that you are out. So Mayhem, you better watch your back. I hope that your performance this week and I hope that your outfits this week keep you safe, because you don't let everybody know that you are coming for them. Although everybody knows that this is what the competition is about, you put a target on your head by targeting everybody else. This is still a game, baby. You got to play it smart. And also not owning up to the fact that you threw Monique under the bus, and then to make this excuse that, oh, well, it's hard to get a word in. It's a competition. If you didn't like what you were doing, you should have spoke up. You should have said something. You should have fought for it. You can't blame somebody else for the mistakes that you made. You are an adult. You have a voice. You should have spoke up if you didn't like the fact that you were removed from the narrator. Monique asked, and what did she say? Closed mouths don't get fed. You were starving last week. That's why you were in the bottom. Stay woke. So here we go again with, I feel like they're rigging things for storylines. Now this quick challenge, or this quick drag challenge, or whatever that they had to do with the photo bomb. I did not think that Aquaria had the best photo. I felt like, if anything, for me, she had the weakest. I thought Monique had a really strong photo. Who else? I thought Dusty was really funny. Blair was even really good. I like the, her opening her robe and photo bombing or whatever, Beyonce at the Met Gala. I don't know. I thought that those were really funny and strong ones to really to really take focus. Aquaria was crouched down in a corner picking up poo. You don't really see her until you're looking for her. So I don't understand. I feel like that's a storyline pick. It didn't make sense to me at all. Maxi challenge. So we finally got our first ball and I'm really excited about it. I do feel like it's a little bit too early, but listen, I don't know what's going on. I'm just happy that we're having a ball. Not too excited about the categories. Like Alaskan winter realness, but they have to dress for like a summer winter, and then Miami summer, but they have to dress cool and comfortable for Miami. Like, I don't know, I guess it's like opposites or whatever. The only one I'm excited about is Mars, and that's probably because I'm an alien myself. I mean, that was the only one that really like sparked my interest. The other two, I'm just like, how are they going to play this off? And what is like the backwards theme? Is this like a ball thing? I don't ever remember a ball that had a theme like this. It was always something really, you know what? Because I was always going to bougie balls. Them Philly balls be bougie. Guys, so I'm watching this live. There is a lot of focus on Asia helping the girls prepare their garments for the ball. I'm getting nervous because I feel like Asia is going to be in the bottom because they're focusing on her a lot and it's scaring me. Either she's going to win this challenge or she's going to be in the bottom too. That's what I'm getting. I'm terrified because she is one of my top queens. God, I hope I'm You know what? I didn't expect Monique to be this hilarious, but Monique is hilarious in her confessional. She's also hilarious just in the scenes because there's a scene where, of course, Aquaria is just going to be like naked and throw some material onto her body. And Monique is like, oh, what is that for? Because her and Aquaria are in the same mirror. And Aquaria has like this like lightning bolt, just a drawing of a lightning bolt that she like cut out, and she's just playing with it like in the mirror with nothing else on. And Monique has on like this full 10-man outfit that she's been working on all day, and she's looking at Aquaria and she's just like, what is that for? And Aquaria's just like, I'm just thinking about how I'm just gonna wear it. How should I like space it out? And she just has nothing else on. It's just this lightning bolt on her body, and Monique is like, okay. I love her. I love the Vixen. I really, really do. The hair. The hair. I'm a natural girl myself. You know what I mean? 4C sisters unite. We got to moisturize this hair. It's not that I want it to be neat or want it to look the way I want it to look. It just looks so unhealthy and it bothers me. It's like the Vixen just goes to bed and wakes up. She's sleeping on rough sheets, so the hair is just every which way. It's dreading in the back. A comb ain't been through it in years. I just want the Vixen to get some glycerin, some deep conditioner, and a silk pillowcase, and she'll be fine. But this hair, not only is it an unhealthy mess, it's always in one direction. So apparently the Vixen sleeps on this side. Also, I still don't yet understand the Vixen's persona, her drag persona, right? I love that she does a drag show back home in Chicago called Black Girl Magic, and it really just celebrates, Black women and drag, you know what I mean? I love that. I think it's absolutely amazing. I would love to see something like that. Drag needs it, you know what I mean? Very important for today's time as well. But then when Ru asks who Vixen is and like what is Vixen known for? Vixen says, I'm known for being a fire starter. I don't know. I feel like the Vixen needs branding help, because if you are going to be this political drag queen who celebrates Black women and really tells a message through your drag, why are you always so focused on starting fights? You know what I mean? Because I feel like for me, it gets muddy and you're telling me that you're messy and starting fights because you are fighting and being, because you're fighting for your political drag persona. Like it doesn't, I just feel like the two don't mesh. I feel like her being like this fire starter and starting these fights unnecessarily does not match up with the message of black girl magic, because that's a stereotype that black women are trying to fight, or black people in general, but specifically black women. So I don't understand where these two mesh, and I feel like it's not just who she is, it's a part of her persona, but it's not helping her. You know what I mean? Because I'm listening, I'm just like, Ru asks you who you are and you say fire starter. Sis, you're on this show for branding. You're on this show because you want to get booked. I don't want to hear about you being a fire starter anymore, Vixen. I don't want to hear about you, finishing people and you're a bear and you'll tear people down. I'm sick of that. You know what really got to me? Black Girl Magic, the drag show. That show got me. That is what you need to be talking about. That is what you need to be pushing and promoting. I just want Vixen to get it. I love the Vixen. I just want her to get it. This show is a commercial for your brand. Why are you, I don't know. I just don't think that she yet knows how to brand yet. And of course, this is her first season on the show, so maybe she'll have it better for All Stars. Maybe this is the learning lesson, and I'm gonna hop off it because I don't want to be too hard on her. This is her first time on TV, and so it's a lot, right? It really, really is. But I don't know. For me, I just don't feel like that's who she is. I feel like that's who she said she was in casting, or maybe that is what the producers want a little bit more. They want you to be that fire starter, that person that's starting all the mess and the drama, in a show that doesn't really have that naturally. You really got to force that out of the queens, because they're all really, this is a community that came together from rejection. So everybody's real core value in this community is love. So it's really hard, especially when there's not a lot of drag queens. And if there are drag queens in a certain city, it's still very few. So they all become like family. And you hear them all call each other sisters. They're not just saying that. So then you got to throw something in there to make things happen negatively, because everybody is really a close-knit community. And I feel like the Vixen stepped up to that challenge, or maybe there's some, I don't know, I just feel like there's some kind of producer prodding there, because it doesn't come off naturally to me for the Vixen to just come out and just be like, oh, I'll annihilate this person. I'm a fire starter back home. And then I do this drag show called Black Girl Magic. The message don't link up. You know what I mean? You being this aggressive fire starter does not match up to the message that you're putting out, and also to that accurate read that you gave Aquaria last week. I just, talked myself into it. I finally understand what it is that bothers me about the Vixen. Her persona does not match up to the message that she gives out. I feel like when she was talking to Aquaria about how black women are perceived in confrontation with white people, specifically white women who cry and say, oh, you've hurt my feelings, when they were the one doing the offense. I feel like the Vixen is just too smart and too aware to just be this person starting fights for no absolute reason. It doesn't match up to me with the person that she's giving off. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you have all this wisdom and all this knowledge, yet you're then saying you're a fire starter and then starting these fights with people. I don't know. I just feel like her message is so strong and so powerful. I don't want her to dilute it by being a producer puppet for drama. That's what I think it is. It just reads that way to me because it just does not seem natural. I always feel like she's trying to start something, except in that moment with Aquaria. I felt like that was real. That's why everybody was on her side and agreed with what she said, because she spoke her truth. It came from her heart, and it was not something that was scripted. All the other disagreements to me seem scripted. I hope Monét X Change got the message that Ru was giving her, but not really giving it to her. She was letting her know that we've seen those pussycat wigs. What else you got? And I hope she got that message, because Ru kept on saying it. And I'm like, girl, are you listening? She's calling out your pussycat wigs. She's telling you she wants to see what else you can do. Now, if Monet don't get it, then either she's just dense, which I don't think she is, or she just doesn't have it in her to pull out. You know what I mean? She's maybe that person who don't really know how to block out wigs or really do them well. So maybe that's it. But she did say that the pussycat wigs were convenient and easy for her. So I don't know, but I'm hoping to God that she got that message, because Ru was giving it to her. Catch! Asia O'Hara, come through teeth, work. I see him. Every week, Miss Cracker grows on me. I love her more and more each week, because I told you coming into this, I wasn't really featuring her because I've seen some of her YouTube videos and I just thought that she was more mean than funny, and I just wasn't, I thought that she was going to be like a really shady queen, but I'm getting a different side of Miss Cracker than like a side I wasn't expecting. She's very sweet. She's extremely talented. Her drag every episode just amazes me, and her comedy, she is very quick on her feet. Her comedy is very strong. You know what it is? I think that she is more of a improviser than a stand-up comic. And I think what I saw of her was like stand-up and is like written jokes. And I don't think that she's the one who knows how to deliver a written joke, but she has an arsenal of jokes just in her that come out at the right time. So if a camera is following her, you're going to catch all of her really good moments. She just can't sometimes recreate those moments. Sometimes, just from what I saw, I was just like kind of turned off by it, but I didn't see much. So that's not really much to go on. It really is intriguing me. I feel like I need to go back and see a lot more of her other videos, because I'm watching her every week and I'm like, this is a true talent, in and out. Like, I feel like in drag, phenomenal performer. Outside of drag, phenomenal performer. She is someone to me who I think is going to have a great career outside of this show. Like, even if she doesn't win, there's a movie career, there's a TV career. She's going to go far. Miss Cracker is really going to go far because that is a well-trained artist. Stay woke. Monét X Change explained it poorly, but she is telling the truth. What happened was when Americans decided that they wanted to be America, because we were all British at some point, but the Americans that colonized America decided, well, the British that colonized America decided that they wanted to stay in America. That's when the war started and the British are coming and all that, red coats, the whole thing. I'm from Philadelphia. I know what I'm talking about. When that separation happened, the British did change their voice. Started using slang terminologies that is now proper English to separate themselves from to separate themselves from Americans and make themselves an upper crust. You know what I mean? So all of that came after the separation. They changed their voice. They started using different terminology. They started, implementing the proper way to do things, as to say, we are better than you. We are the originators. The thing that the British do now, especially in the States, started after the separation. So that's how we get the stereotype. You know what Americans get the stereotype of just being, backwater, uneducated. That's where all of that started, because of the separation, where one thinks they're better than the other. If you really sit down and look at it, it's a battle of who's better. So America is just like this cocky, we're better, we're this, we colonized America, we're so great, we fight Independence Day and all of that, right? And then you have the British who are just like, oh, you low class, like looking down on Americans. And that's where it all came from. That's where it all came from. That whole independence started the separation of who's better, we're better. So everybody started doing different things. So America started doing all the things that we do to make ourselves, being proud, puffed chest and, just being chauvinistic pigs all over the world. And the British are the ones that are very, buttoned up and not really affectionate, coming off cold, but just really, strong in who they are, looking down on the peasants. All because of a land that was colonized and where we shouldn't be anyway. This is getting deep. Shout out to the Native Americans. You're going to rise up one day. We're going to be there with you. Moving on to drag. So we're finally at the ball. I want to say all the judges look great, but Ryan, I'm loving the whole look. I just feel like this is how you should come on RuPaul's Drag Race. I really feel like she stepped up to the challenge. She did not hold back. This is how you will look at a ball. You know what I mean? I think she looked great. I loved everything about it. I loved her hair. I loved her makeup. I loved her outfit. Loved it all. She dressed down and I was totally here for it. Okay? Now let's move on to RuPaul. Sis, you did it. You did it. You did it, you did it, and I still can't come back from it. That was so amazing. The hair, the accessories, the dress, the makeup, everything worked so well. This is what I want to see from this show. I think season 10 has been a phenomenal season. I feel like there has been a lot of learning from season 1 up into season 9, also learning from All Stars. I feel like this show is going to continue to go up from here. Like, they really set the precedence for where this show needs to start, and I cannot fathom what they're going to give us in 11. I'm even at this point looking forward to All Stars. You know what I mean? Like, I was really heartbroken. I was kind of done with All Stars because I just didn't like the cheating going on. Like, really trying to cheat certain top winners and giving queens who weren't there the whole time, who had different alliances, who were bitter being sent home, making such a huge decision. It bothered me, but I feel like they're going to learn from that, and I think we're going to get an even better All-Stars, because this show right here is showing me that they get it, they have the tools, and they're going to turn it out every time, from the queens to the set to the budget to the looks. This show is phenomenal. Like, when Rue walked out, I paused my freaking TV because I was not ready. Gagging. Yeah, I need a bigger TV because that is not makeup. Rue is wearing a mask, whatever. I still love it. Also, I just realized, I know if you guys are watching this from the beginning, you're like, Nikki, come on. I just realized the ball themes, that why it's so mixed up and wacky, and why you're wearing winter clothes in the summer and all of that. Global warming, the last ball on Earth, the apocalypse. Yeah. I went to performing arts school, okay? They didn't really teach us too much. All we knew how to do was set a damn stage and perform our behinds off. Geography, biology, all of this, academia wasn't my strong suit. I'm naturally smart. And I'm book smart as well, as long as the book is Vogue. Eureka looks great. She reminds me of, what is that pinup model that used to date Marilyn Manson? What is her name? Dee Dee Reese? Or something. She looks like a full figure version of her. She looks good. Eureka has really been stepping it up. I love the look. I think it's appropriate for her size. I think that, you know, if that's something that she created or made, like, I'm really impressed by it. I think she looks great. A lot of people were just like inboxing me like, girl, Eureka. I don't know what's going to happen with Eureka in this episode. I'm thinking maybe I'll get more in Untucked, but I'm patiently waiting for the part where everybody's just like, girl, Eureka. I haven't seen it yet, so let's keep watching. So this is why Monét X Change does pussycat wigs, because those are the only wigs that she can do. This neon look, I feel like, would have been so much better if she knew how to take care of that neon wig. I love the bathing suit. I love the wig. I love her personality and confidence. I just feel like the wig looks like she just took it out of the wrapping and that was it. Like, just took it out of the box and shook it and threw it on her head. I don't think Monét X Change knows how to style a wig. That's why she always gets like a pre-styled stiff pussycat wig. And she heard Rue, but I don't think she has the abilities to really make it look well. And that's a problem, because this is season 10. You know what I mean? The level has been set, the bar has been raised, and if you're not rising to the occasion, you go on. Sorry, this is the worst Cameron has ever looked. I do not like this look. I don't like that cheap looking hat. I don't like the earrings with the necklace. It just all really looks so cheap to me, and I think it's sticking out to me more because Cameron has been serving phenomenal looks, and then I see this and I'm just like, why are you giving me Marshalls when you was giving me Balenciaga last week? Something not adding up. And I need for Cameron to give me another wig. Sis, I feel like you just have several versions of the same wig and different, like, hair textures. You know what I mean? I feel like she has a really natural, like, Peruvian straight beach body wave at the tips kind of wig. And then she gives me the synthetic, you know, red stripper at Cheetah's wig, but like still with the kind of beach body wave at the end tips. It just, I don't know. Monét and Cameron need to do a wig swap from time to time. They both need variety in their wigs. Vixen. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I want from you, because I feel like Vixen has always said that she was that budget queen, but she was also that very creative budget queen. And I just felt like I've been seeing very kind of apparently DIY looks from her, and I'm just like, this is season 10, you know, you can't keep on passing with this like, oh, I just put this together look. I felt like a lot of her looks were looking very poorly put together and cheap. This look, not only is it well thought out, it's a look. You know what I mean? I feel like even from the little like tassels on the titty, like everything was so well put together. That fan was everything. This is the best wig she's ever worn. I don't know how she grew so well after like one episode, but this to me is a vast improvement. This is, so far for me, this is my top look. My top look for this theme. Like, I could see that at a ball. All the other ladies, I cannot see that at a ball. Not at a ball that like we would really like all go up for, maybe a beginner ball, but that, what Vixen just sent down the runway, that is a ball look. That is a ball look that will go viral. That is a ball look that will have everybody in the audience going up. No, I've kind of seen better, but from, you know, you get what I'm saying. We have Aquaria, give it to me. And I saw you do that Beyonce braid in that viral like GIF or whatever that was being shared on Twitter. She did something with her braid, and it was, I don't know if she controlled it or the braid just knew where to go, but Aquaria just did the same damn thing. And I see you, sis, and I'm here for it. Why did they have to call Dusty LaToya Jackson? Because that's all I can see now. I like the fact that Dusty kept the dots. I do feel like this looks a little cheap for me, especially with the shoes. They're giving me Catherine's. Yeah. Sorry, but I was just like, I feel like I will see those shoes at like Catherine's or Charlotte Russe. Sorry, sis. Not on season 10. I don't know what's going on with me, but I like and dislike Monet's outfit. I think I would not have liked it if she came down with those awful fake pillow titties, but these titties were looking very real to me, and I don't know, the titty sold it. The titty sold this outfit for me, because I feel like had she not had that, I don't know if I would be here for it. Is that weird? I feel like if she didn't have the titties, it would be like when Fifi O'Hara wore those bad braids and those bad nails and that misshapen pregnancy belly that she was trying to be like some pregnant chola or whatever. It didn't work for me, but for some reason this look with Monique worked. I like that Blair knows who she is. She is a 1950s drag queen. I get it, right? I want to see something else. You know what I mean? I want to see what else she can do. Can you, you know, I don't want to say Benji because I feel like that's too far. You know what I mean? But I just want to see what else Blair can give me, because I feel like I'm getting the same makeup, the same hair. And that's kind of what bothered me about Trixie Mattel. It was like, what else can you do? I know you can do like this bad drag, but is there anything else? Can you give me glam? Can you give me something? And I think Trixie kind of pulled it out at the end, and I was seeing a different side of her drag, and I really like that. I want to see more from Blair. I want to see like levels. I want to see more creativity. I want to see her go outside of the drag that she's been doing the whole time. I just want to see something else. You know what I mean? It's good drag. I want to be like, you know, what else can you give me? Because I feel like, and this is, I think what bothers me about Blair is that I know what she's going to do. You know what I mean? Unless they give you like a really out there challenge, I'm just like, I could see Blair wearing this like pinup girl 1950s dress because she's that drag queen. I'm still watching, so she might surprise me during the Mars ball category or whatever. Maybe, but I just feel like I knew Blair was going to do that. And that's not really exciting. You know what I mean? I will say this, if I can find the picture, I'm going to put it somewhere here in my video. Blair looks like that viral Barbie, 1950s Barbie, that has been making the rounds every now and then. There was somebody who was like taking Barbies and like recreating them and turning them into like these 1950s Barbies. And Blair looks like this Barbie. If I can find it for you, I'm telling you, I'm going to put it here. Every time I see her, I'm like, that is 1950s Barbie. Maybe that's her inspiration. Asia O'Hara is relying on pretty in this first category, because I'm just like, you've hemmed Dolly Parton skirt, you've made dresses for Kennedy Davenport, and you're sending me down the bodysuit with pom-poms on it? Asia, come on. Love Miss Cracker. When she said, I'm thinking hula girl on your dashboard, She gonna win. She gonna win.
Okay.
Hear me out. Mayhem's look, amazing. I loved it. I felt like she hit the theme. She looked great, head to toe, contacts, hair, makeup, like just, you know, the glitter placed in the right places, the whole outfit, even her description of it. I visualized it. I got it. I'm kind of over the contacts at this point because I feel like she's worn them every episode. And I'm just like, do you have anything else? Because I've seen some great stuff from Mayhem, but I just really hope that she's not going to be the contact queen. Eureka looks great. I love her look. I kind of feel like, and maybe I'm just seeing something different, but no, I'm not. I'm going to stand true in what I see. I feel like Eureka is making herself bigger than what she is. And it's just, I feel like Eureka has some kind of waist. And I feel like when she does her drag, she just turns herself into Humpty Dumpty. And I'm like, you have a shape when you're out of drag. Like you're pretty snatched in the midsection when you're out of drag. At least that's what I see it. Maybe it's the way the t-shirts are placed, but Eureka just never gives herself a waist. And I'm like, I can understand if she can't, right? Like Darian Lake. But that was not a read, Darian. But I felt like I've seen her look snatched outside of drag. So I don't know. I always am just like, why are you giving me Humpty Dumpty? Or maybe it's how her body looks in bodysuits. You know what I mean? I feel like she's probably going to get red for this bodysuit because she's put on a few too many bodysuits so far. And maybe that is going to be, maybe that is the issue. She just doesn't look fully formed in bodysuits. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, here we go with this Humpty Dumpty again. Why are you not cinching? When you can. That's my thing. I feel like she can. Damn. Exchange, sis, I hope your third and final look matches this second look, because I feel like with the first look you're going to be in trouble, but this second look, girl, if you can come out with a third look that is equally as amazing, I feel like you'll be fine. I feel like you will be safe, because when Monét X Change came out and, you know, blew that powder like it was like cold air, and then the look, the context worked here for me. Like I've never seen her in these before, and I feel like it was just a completely different look. I love the crown, I love the makeup, I love the fur, and I love when she walked, the gown came out. I loved it. I feel like this was a look that she got. I don't think she got that first one, but this look, she had a vision and she executed it well. Cameron, what the hell is going on with Monét and Cameron? These second looks, I can't. I hated Cameron's first look. I hated Monét X Change's first look. The second looks, guys, my mind is blown. Cameron, you are so like unassuming, unexpected. I would have never thought. I would have never thought. It is the fans who knew you before Drag Race. I didn't know anything about Cameron, but there were people when I was just like, this muscle queen, I don't know. You guys were writing in my comment section like, girl, just wait. And I'm telling you, y'all, I'm floored. I'm floored by Cameron because I just didn't expect it. This second look, sis, I need to see her create. I need to see her create because you know what? She's really, Cameron to me, I don't think she should go with the muscle queen thing. I feel like Cameron needs to go with like the fairy princess goddess mother drag queen theme, because I feel like she gets it. Cameron is evil queen. She is evil Disney queen. She really gets that, like that era. She knows that well because she is able to execute it all the time. Cameron gives me looks where I'm just like, I can see you in like freaking Narnia. You know what I mean? And as somebody who is a fan of fantasy, I'm like blown away. Blown away. I don't know what's happening this week. The Vixen. What is going on? I don't know. Maybe they really got this week and they got these looks, but the Vixen looks great. This is our second look and I'm loving it. I feel like the Vixen may win. I feel like she may win. Her outfits are really, really good, really, really well thought out. I get her theme. I get where she's going with it. Like everybody else was giving like, you know, freezing Ice Queen, and she comes out in something completely different. Like still within the theme, but it's just like, oh, you're going here. I like where you're going. Take me with you. Okay, Vixen. Let's work on our branding. And the wigs are so much better this episode. Aquaria and the Vixen are definitely in the top. They are giving great looks. Aquaria is really thinking this stuff out. I'm getting chills just waiting for Cracker to walk down this runway because like she has been killing it. Aquaria has been killing it. Vixen has been killing it. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. I'm looking forward to Vixen, Cameron, and Miss Cracker. Aquaria as well, but I just always feel like she's gonna do something great. But Miss Cracker, I love her mind, man. I love her mind. Cameron, I love the fact that I just have no idea. I have no idea. And the Vixen, I'm just thoroughly impressed. A vast improvement. This was a good episode. Thank you. It makes up for last week. Because last week I was just like, can we just end it, please? And let me get to Untuck, which was juicy. Oh, is this going to be a juicy Untuck? Sis, stop spinning. You don't spot. So you spin and you don't look anywhere. You have to find something to focus on, a point on the wall. Find it, focus on it, and as you spin, stay focused on that point. When you don't have a point of focus, you start spinning and damn near breaking your neck and stuff, sis. Find a point, focus, spin. If you don't find that point, don't spin. I like Dusty's look. I love the hair and makeup more than the overall look. And I just think that if Dusty went first, I would have liked it more. But I've just seen some, I hate to keep on using this word, phenomenal. I've just seen some phenomenal looks. And I'm like, okay, you know, and it probably would have been good if I saw it first. I mean, it's good, but I'm like, I'm still thinking about Cameron. Monique looks good. I feel like I was more drawn to her personality, you know, and I was more drawn to that than the whole outfit, again, because I got Cameron on the brain. Y'all, listen, when y'all see Cameron and y'all know that Cameron got what Cameron has on, let her go last, because everybody else is going to be thinking about Cameron while you're walking down the runway. No queen deserves that. Claire. Makeup and hair is great. It's just a jacket, and I expected it. Asia, I like it. It was tacky, but it was, I saw little Kim like during like a black ski weekend. I loved it. Loved it. I want it, actually. I do. Cracker. Sis. On girl realness. End of the world. I get it. I get it. Y'all better watch out for this. Did anybody tell me to watch out for Miss Cracker? I feel like it was one person who was just like, Nikki, don't underestimate Miss Cracker. One person. How did she slip through the lines like this? How are we just now finding out about this chick right now? It looks good in this Mars theme ball category. I feel like if she didn't do contacts all the time, I wouldn't mind these contacts, because they actually do work. But I'm like, of course, when she took off her glasses, I was like, oh, red contacts. Eureka. I actually like Eureka's look. I think I got her whole theme. However, as I was watching her, I just kept on thinking she looked like a black church mother at a Kojic convention. Like, I felt like this is a look that I saw like Easter Sunday, this past Easter. She gave me black church mother. That's what I saw. What did y'all see? Did y'all see Mars? Because I saw a black church on Sunday. Renee, I wish you had a better look. This third look, you're definitely going to be in the bottom. Definitely. The wig looks sloppy. The outfit looks sloppy. The makeup is good. Monét does great makeup. Everything else, keep her in your prayers. Oh, Cameron. After that second look, I was expecting, you and Monique, I was expecting something. I was hoping that it would get better, because I feel like Cameron might be in the bottom, because the Martian one wasn't strong and the first one wasn't strong. But that second look, I feel like that second look may be strong enough to keep her safe. I don't know. Cameron. I like the Vixen's look. I felt like her first two looks were a lot stronger. I think this one is just safe enough to, you know, keep her in the top. I feel like it's good. I feel like it's really, really good. I would have done without the tights, but not the tights, the stockings over the tights, but I think it's a good look. Okay, the queens were coming for Aquaria in the workroom, and I was a little bit too, because I was just like, Aquaria, you gonna be naked again. If you ever gonna be naked, this is the time to be naked. This outfit was everything. I loved it. I loved how from the glasses, even the hair was like matching. The glasses, the top, the bottom, you know, even with a little peekage on the balls, it all looked good. It all looked good. Dusty looks like Kris Jenner after her 50th stint in rehab. What the entire hell? Forgive me for what I'm about to say. But Dusty Ray Bottoms, her tucks are always so meaty. Either she doesn't tuck, doesn't know how to tuck, or she got a big dick. One or the other. Like, so one of them gotta work. You know what I mean? Because maybe, you know, the ding-a-ling is just too big to like be tucked, you know, or it's uncomfortable to tuck it. But because, you know, real talk from somebody who has a vagina, it's never supposed to look that meaty. If your coochie is that meaty, go to the doctor. Do not stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go directly to the doctor. I like Monét look. I like the fact that she gave us, you know, she came out vocal, she gave us drama, you know, she gave us a reveal. I would have wished that she would have kept my only critique is that she would have kept the jacket on a little longer till she got to the end of the runway so we could see it a bit more. I felt like as soon as she came out the door, she took it off, and I felt like that was a huge part of the Mars theme. So I would have wanted just a bit more of the jacket. Other than that, I thought she looked good. So Blair, I'm not a fan of the outfit. The hair and makeup, I love it. She gave me something different. It's still, you know, a little dated, but I love it. And I feel like because the hair and the makeup was a bit different, she gave me a different character. I think the issue that I'm having with is that Blair Clint came on this show saying that she was a Broadway baby. So I'm ready for some type of creative theater kid. And I feel like I'm getting like one note Barbie. If you're this Broadway baby, you got it in you. There's characters and so many things for you to pull from and give us a show. And I don't feel like I've been getting it from her. I feel like my expectations of Blair coming into the show is a bit too high for what she's giving me. But this hair and makeup is ridiculous. Love it. I want it. I want that wig. You know what I mean? I want them lashes. I love what she did. I really, really do. Is Blair knock-kneed or what is it? Because she can't even walk in kitten heels. Blair walks like a giraffe, a baby giraffe coming out of his mama's vagina, him or her mama vagina for the very first time. It's like, it's painful to watch. Asia O'Hara, I liked her look because I didn't expect it. I felt like the first thing she gave me was so dull. I just was just like, I wasn't really expecting it. But I like her look. I like the whole theme of it. I like the fact that she spit balls out of her mouth. Michelle didn't. She was not amused by that at all. She's such a shady queen. If Miss Cracker doesn't win, she's probably going to be runner-up because this is just too good. Like, it's too good. Like, everything she's doing, I'm just like, okay. Like, from the eyebrows to like everything is just a fully formed idea. That's what it is about her. She gets these challenges and she has a fully formed idea. She knows what she's doing. It's very well executed. The only thing that I wish she would stop doing is voguing and doing like the half-mast duck walk. Like, if you can't fully do it out because you got balancing issues or rhythm issues, don't do it. Because I'm looking at this great outfit and I'm being taken out of it by... It don't work, baby. It don't work. Listen, you can't do everything. You know what I mean? Like, God holds back some things just so you can stay humble. Trust me, I know. He held back my metabolism. So I didn't think that Cameron would be a top. I thought that she would at least be safe because I felt like she had really two strong looks. But the judges liked everything. I was shocked by that. I did not like that first look at all. But I'm glad that Cameron is at least the first two looks really for me put her up. The second look, yeah, the second look for me really put her up because I love that look. I'm kind of surprised that she's the top. And not safe, but hey, I'll go with it. I'd rather have her being safe or a top than in the bottom because I feel like that's such a strong queen. I don't think she should go this early at all. Asia, she's in the bottom. And then she had like this breakdown thing where she was like, I was helping everybody and I wasn't helping myself. I feel like the queens, and I don't think that Asia was throwing anybody under the bus, but I just felt like the excuses aren't good enough. You know what I mean? As somebody who has been in the game for a while, it has as much experience as Asia has, not only in drag, but also in creating garments. That just, it's not flying. You were talking about how you were making all these dresses for different people. Everybody that comes through Dallas, you make them a dress. So there's, the bar for you is set a little high than other people. And I feel bad that she was breaking down and crying, and I love that the queens were supporting her, but it was still just like, I don't know. Season 10, I don't want your excuses. I want you to leave it all out on the table. Like, leave it all on the floor so we can just like grab it up and devour it. You know what I mean? Like, the tears didn't move me because I expected more. You know what I mean? And I think maybe that's why she was crying, because she knew that she could do better. And that's what she turned out. But I didn't think that her Martian look was that bad. I liked it. I thought that it wasn't what I expected. I thought that it was a great idea. It could have been executed a bit better. And I think they were looking more at her outfits because of who she is. Of course, Miss Cracker is a top, and so is Aquaria. They just did a great job. They really, really did. I'm not surprised that Dusty was in the bottom, because the looks just were not there. The Ice Snow Alaska or Miami Queen, whatever, that was the best look. Everything else just was poorly made and off like subject. I don't know if I talked about Monét X Change, but the judges said the same thing that I said. They were just like, your Ice Queen was great. You know what I mean? Your Miami whatever queen or whatever, that was great. It's the first and the last look was just very poorly put together. It looked cheaply made. I think Ross said that. One of them said that her outfits looked cheap, and they did. They just did not look very well thought out. They looked poorly put together, and I'm sorry, Monet, but you deserve to be there from what you showed. Aquaria wins. I'm not surprised. It was either her or Miss Cracker. I felt like they both did very, very well, but they just loved Aquaria's look a bit more, so I'm not surprised by that. I also am not surprised that Asia was safe, and that we're now down to Monét X Change and Dusty Ray Bottoms. I don't know. From what I've seen, I feel like that maybe, and I'm only going off of how Dusty Ray Bottom performed and the first, challenge of the season, and also just in the choreography section with those commercials or whatever they were doing. I just feel like Dusty may be going home. And I didn't see that. You know what I mean? I didn't see it coming. If Monet goes, that'll be a shocker to me. But I just feel like I don't think Dusty has the coordination enough to really give it and stay within the rhythms where it's not awkward. I could be wrong, depending on the song. I haven't watched it yet. But I feel like Dusty may be going home. She was at my top. Dusty, what the hell were you doing, baby? Dusty looks so awkward, and I feel bad because as soon as I heard the song, I was like, Monet is staying. The thing about it is Dusty is very tall, and Dusty just doesn't have rhythm. And so she just looks very like all over the place and not really coordinated. It was awkward to watch, but she was fighting. She was fighting for it. But Monet was just funny. She was like, I knew when Rue bust out laughing when Monet jumped up like she was about to like jump into a split or do like a dip, and she jumped. She was like, Rue bust out laughing and fell over on Michelle Visage, and I was just like, oh, Monet is staying. After you make Rue get out of character, you are definitely staying. After that, like, there was no way that Monet was going home after that. And then she did the thing with the mask, and she was breathing in, and Rue fell out all over again. I was like, Monet is definitely staying. But Dusty fought, but Monet in this lip sync was just a much better queen. It is what it is. So Rue, after that lip sync, was just like, to the ladies in the back watching, that is what I call a lip sync for your life. She was specifically talking about Monét X Change. I told you guys, when Rue bust out laughing and fell over, I was like, Rue never does that. Ru always stays very calm, doesn't really give it away, rarely gives emotion. When Monét did that, I'm still cracking up. Ru fell out. Everybody fell out. Like, that is what you're supposed to do in a lip sync for your life. And that's why Monét is still here. I totally agree with Ru, but I felt so bad for Dusty. And I'm telling you guys, this is why you can't go off the promos. Because I was looking at all the promos. I was so impressed by Dusty's look. I was so impressed by her pictures. I was so impressed by her interview. There's so much more to this show than just that, and I base all my decisions off of that. I had her as like the winner, to be quite honest with you. And it doesn't take away from the fact that she is a phenomenal queen. There go that phenomenal again. Where did I hear that from today? Because I have been using it profusely. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, that doesn't take away from the fact that I think that Dusty is still an amazing queen. It's just based off of this show. You really can't make any decisions until you're like halfway through, when you really know what the queens are capable of. But I still think it was a phenomenal season. I still think Ru picked phenomenal queens, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It really made up, this episode for me really made up for last week, because I was just like, something was off. And like, maybe it was the fact that Ru was sick, and Ru being the head of this show, when the head is just not in sync, everything else just doesn't work. And that's how it felt to me. But that was just my opinion. Anyway, I really enjoyed the show. I thought it was just such a step up from last week. The energy was there. The challenges were there. The talent was there. The emotions was there. Like, everything just really worked so well this episode. That's where it ends. I really did enjoy this episode. For me, I felt like it was a step up from last week. I just kind of feel like that when the head is not okay, the rest of the show just seems wonky and uneven. And I felt like because Ru was sick, something with the energy, something was just off to me. And then Courtney Love being inebriated with something, it just didn't work for me. But this episode clearly made up for last week's episode. It was just really good. The talent was there, the drama, the emotions, the comedies, a bit of shade. Everything was there. Everything that works for me for this show was there. I think it was just a well-rounded episode, and I really enjoyed it. I loved Ru's look. I don't know. I just feel like this show was so otherworldly. I feel like these queens have to think so far outside the box that I'm just not imagining anything that a regular schmegular human could do. I'm expecting them to just have us all thinking so forward. You know what I mean? Like, when you see a ball, when you just see, to be quite honest with you, gay men in their element, it's another level. Like, you're just like, what? Their minds are so far ahead of all of us. And I'm not surprised that they're being pillaged by the straights. Anyway, I really did enjoy the show. I'm excited for next week. They're painting it like it's going to be an issue with Miss Cracker. I hope that's not true, because she's somebody who I thought was like going to take it, or at least be second runner-up. So I don't know what's going on there, but it seems like the Vixen is probably going to be the Vixen that, you know, the producers want. I hope not, but it's going to be an interesting episode, and I will be there to review it. So if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you don't want to be done with me just yet, stay tuned, because I'm going to review Untucked, and I'll put the suggestion box for Untucked somewhere. Hey, I vogue like Miss Cracker. Somewhere in this box. So thank you guys for joining me. I thoroughly appreciate it. Thank you for, you know, finding me, and like on Instagram, on Twitter. I put all my information in the boxes below, and I'll do some cards or whatever in this video so you guys can find me, so we can chat during the week or whatever. Just connect. But thank you guys for stopping by and giving a sister a like, a comment, a share, a subscribe, and a view. I really do appreciate it. Makes me feel loved, and we all want to be loved, right? Thank you guys. Love you.